a president-elect without more than 50% of the total vote. It's just about 30-something%. He knows that if you sum up the vote of the opposition, it's much more than what he has, showing that those who voted for him are, much more, way off from those who voted for the opposition. And he knows that to have a country, you need everybody together. You need the majority. And so he needs to appeal to that majority, and that is what he's doing exactly. And again, I think his supporters must go ahead to ensure that you don't taunt. It's not the time to taunt people. Oh, we won. Oh, you lost. You've lost. No, I think.
Did you get a sense of that anywhere?
No, he is not doing that.
Oh.
I said his supporters.
Yeah, did you?
We should appeal to them. No, okay. See, we are on the social media. Yeah. The banter is ongoing. If the leader is taking the position of let's make peace, the supporters too should do the same to ensure that as much as possible we bring the people together. Because don't forget that regardless of this stage that we are, the process itself, there are complaints about the process, and as long as that is still standing, the people are angry, regardless of the fact that what we saw from the research by Young Africa, 7%, 2%, 5%, it does not represent a widespread. But the people would not take that because they saw some, even if it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, as long as there are some things that are tainting the process, they feel, no, we should be where this man is today, without knowing that you need the data to calculate whether, regardless of those things, whether you be there or not. So you need to appeal to them to ensure that they don't take this against the system. We need Nigeria as one. We need peace in Nigeria, and that is what he's preaching. For me, it's a good speech, the first and the second. Let's
bring in Professor Ademola Abbas. He is of international law and the global affairs expert. Good evening, Professor Abbas. Thank you for joining us on the 2023 verdict today. So tell us, having listened to his speech, how does today resonate with you?
As the two previous speakers said, there are a lot of things to take away from this speech. I think it was a great speech, especially again, that the second speech is made in a space of a few hours after he was declared as the president-elect, as Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, for me, certain things actually jump out at me. Is a consistency in the way he focused in the previous speech, the first speech, and the second one on the youths. I think he realizes that the youths actually have a huge grievance with his campaign, or with him in person, or with the way APC has called. So he realized that, and that is very, very, it's a remarkable thing to do, to say, look, I know, he said, I feel your pains and I feel your yearnings for good governance. That is very important. Number two is the fact that he said something when he was talking in the second speech. He said, apart from, he talked about gender, a woman coming, a younger person coming, which is still emphasizing the same thing. But then he went on to say that he looks forward to the day when somebody from a tribe that, maybe people have written off or something like that will become a leader in this country. That is a remarkable, sort of reference to make. And again, that's an acknowledgement that he does understand the varieties and shades of opinions that exist in our body politic in terms of, oh, this tribe, that tribe, and this, that. We can't run away from that. That 2023 elections probably were some of the most almost ethnically entrenched campaign that was ever run in this country. I think I've been following elections since 1979, down to 83, and down. So it was good for him also to recognize the fact that, you need to do that. Then again, he reached out, and that is very important, to the other parties, other candidates, by saying, look, the road has been long, we tread it, the battle has been hard, we won it, but here, I am just one person. I need the entirety of all of you to join me, because now we have to stop, tearing ourselves apart. We are all Nigerians. It's now time for us to move forward and to begin to put proper building blocks for the foundation of a truly remarkable and solid country. And so for me, it's all those things coming together. It's the youth, it's recognition of the fact that, you know, the youths who are, you know, need to be assuaged, and I'm hoping it's going to do that. And you remember, I think I had an interview here about 4 weeks ago when I was asked a question. I'm just bringing that one to this. When somebody was asking me what kind of president was I looking for. And I remember my answer straight away then was, I'm looking for somebody who could bring in the best team, you know, together to govern the country. And I think we have this opportunity now. This is the time for the best and the brightest Nigerians to step to the podium and help. It doesn't matter whether you are from Labour Party, you are from PDP, you are from APC, MPP, whatever you are from. That was party politics is gone. Now is to build a nation. Everybody must come together. And I think that speech, the second speech, just like the first speech, speaks to that. And I think that's for me what I took away from it.
All right, so Prof, just a minute. We understand that there's some protest at the Unity Fountain, and so we'll go ahead and get you that one now, because, I mean, we also did see some protests yesterday and earlier today by groups of young people who thought that they felt hard done by. So that is what we're going to go ahead and show you in just a moment. If you do have that, there you go. So they are speaking up. They did actually also indicate that, there you go, still smarting from what transpired about the results of this election, I reckon, of which the president-elect did make some reference to. So let's see if we could just hear a little bit of what was said at that protest.
We have just started. Our principals are doing what they need to do across different parties. This is Nigerian. I'm here as Isaac Bellamy, and I am a Nigerian citizen. That is it. Isaac Bellamy.
That is the man of Nigeria.
Now, I want us to, Nigerians, may the soul of Atoye Ariyo Dare rest in peace. That was the man that fought tirelessly to have the electronic transmission. When APC in the national
reacted to it.
This group looks like they're in support of what transpired, because, I mean, Ekiti was won by the APC. So,
and they're holding brooms.
So that seems to be in solidarity.
Let's hear what the governor says about this.